how Gear 5 Luffy will overcome Blackbeard's Yami Yami. As you all know, Luffy's Gear 5 is truly spectacular. Many have said that they can truly look at him as a Yonko now, especially after his accomplishments on Egghead. But do not worry if you're not caught up in the manga. Today we are going to be discussing how Luffy in Gear 5 will cope with the negation abilities of Blackbeard's Yami Yami in a hypothetical 1v1. The Blackbeard versus Luffy fight has been built up for years, and to be honest is still years into the future because I do not see Blackbeard rivaling Luffy power-wise with what we know in the story at this point. Blackbeard obviously has some nice feats. Putting Trafalgar down is a huge W, but Luffy beat Kaido down with Gear 5, and these two feats are simply not equivalent. As cool as Law is, I don't think anyone is arguing Law can replicate Luffy's performance versus Kaido. At this point, Luffy is a solid tier above Blackbeard in my opinion. But onto the topic at hand. Even with these blatantly distant feats, I believe many would disagree with the fact Luffy is stronger than Blackbeard because, one, the weakest argument. This shonen formula predicts Blackbeard must be stronger than Luffy since they haven't fought for real yet. Number 2, the meme option, his off-screen capabilities. And number 3, the most realistic option, the Yami Yami would negate Gear 5. However, to negate a power holder's abilities, Blackbeard must touch his opponents. This is how we nullified Ace's Logia ability to turn into flames. Blackbeard had to physically touch him first, and this is how we damaged Luffy and Impel down. He grabbed him, then slammed him on the ground, in this case nullifying his ability to bounce back, the thematic power of Luffy's Gum Gum Fruit. This negation ability does seem absolute, as if Luffy and Ace in these two scenarios were just your average Joes, civilians, as if they were not power holders. But Luffy is built different with his Gear 5 awakening and mastery of haki. His haki is leagues above Blackbeard at this point, and according to Kaido, haki reigns supreme. Roger matched Whitebeard with just his haki, and Blackbeard has some decent haki usage with his quick ability in the anime. Kind of looked like armament infusion. Putting haki aside though, Luffy's Gear 5 AoE ability seems to be able to change the properties of things around him to be like rubber. This is demonstrated when he's modifying the ground and pulling it up as a shield against Kaido's blast breath. Also when he's changing the properties of clouds and lightning bolts. It's everywhere in the anime. Even though Gear 5 is a transformation quote unquote, it seems to have the Logia ability of modifying the environment to a certain extent. This ability to modify the environment is known by some fans as the drums of liberation. Also, it's hard to deny the Toon Force power-ups of Gear 5, which is what sparked the inspiration for this video. In the series Bobobo, don't worry if you haven't seen it, this will be quick, but two characters mainly, Bobobo and Don Patch, have this ability to transmute damage. One example is this hair hunter Gichapi has this ability, the Kameki beam, which will cause a target to go bald in 30 minutes. He hits Beauty, the main female protagonist of the story, with this Kameki beam, and it results in kanji on her forehead, saying her soul's been taken. Don Patch similarly gets hit by the Kameki beam, however the kanji on his forehead is completely different. It results in him turning into this invincible fortress. So the cause and effects are not lining up here. Somebody will get punched in the face and they'll turn into an ice cream cone or something. It's zany, it's ridiculous. I think this ability to transmute damage is coming in hot for Luffy's Gear 5 and could be a main way he copes with Blackbeard's nullification. This direction is definitely more of a Toon Force power-up, which isn't very shonen-like, but the author Ichiro Oda did say in an interview the main inspiration for Gear 5 was Tom and Jerry, where the Toon Force is running rampant, so I think this damage transmutation ability would be a nice medium between all-out Toon Force and a haki, shonen, Goku kind of strength. At the end of the day, really, this is Blackbeard cope because I'm trying to headcanon away the current Blackbeard could fight Gear 5, but this Luffy power-up is what came to mind. I can envision a scene where Blackbeard sneaks up on Luffy in Gear 5 and surprises him. Maybe Luffy is yapping or something like he always does, but it doesn't work. The ability has a different kind of effect. Blackbeard touches Luffy and uses his negation abilities, but Luffy stretches into a Whitebeard quote or something. Huh? That would be hilarious. Blackbeard uses his double fruit on Luffy, and Luffy just turns into Whitebeard instead. But it's like Luffy with the dark aura of Whitebeard reprimanding Teach one last time. Or he gets hit and turns into a piece of meat. He turns into a sirloin. I think you guys get what I'm saying at this point. What I want for Luffy at this point, I want him to be able to transmute damage like these Toon Force characters. So let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Please subscribe if you enjoyed, and have a great day. Thanks again.